Whatever, I'm just gonna take this video like this. So, you could probably hear the cars outside. Maybe you can hear a little bit of the wind, or the jangling of the lawnmowers in this trailer. I've been taking care of Lexi and Allie. Lexi and Allie are two little girls in my life that I've been connected to for years through their brothers, and I've just been connected to the whole family for years. In 8th grade, my best friend wanted to talk to this guy. Actually, before that shit, the fuck? In like 7th grade, 7th grade. The details don't matter. In middle school, I became friends with this guy, and we were texting like forever and like just being best friends, like talking about whatever, being best friends. And then my girl best friend was like, "Who is that?" And she took him away from me. Not just as a best friend, she started dating him, and I don't know, every week we would go to his house and she would be with him in his room, and I would hang out with his little brother. And his little brother was like, dare I say 6 or 7? I think it was like 5, 6, 7 when we first were hanging out and stuff. And I don't know, that little boy became my little brother, and I loved him to freaking death. And he was so precious, and he still is, but he's not a little boy. Now he's 19. So you can see how long I've been around and connected. And I don't know, like, they probably dated for like 3 or 4 years. I don't even remember. Maybe like 3 years. And they broke up, and her and I stopped being friends, and a lot of time passed. I made a new best friend, and then a lot of time passed, and she ended up dating the same guy with the same brother and the same sisters. So I became reintroduced into the family. I didn't talk to them for like a long time. And no hate, just like it wasn't as convenient as it used to be. Reintroduced, they were only together for not very long, like few months. And when they broke up, we stayed talking to the girls. Now the girls are the age, or were the age that Jordan was when I started being besties with him. Like, that was my little brother. And we started hanging out with them even after they broke up. It took a minute because shit was weird, and he had like a weird girl being weird. But I don't know, we just stayed in contact. Well, now me and this girl are not friends anymore, and I've still been hanging out with these kids and their brothers. Now their brother's 19, right? He's not cute and adorable anymore. He's awesome and cool, and he's still cute, but he's kind of fallen into the brother's influence of like smoking and drinking, and they were never, I guess I should say that part too, their grandma had custody of them since ever, and she passed away in 2020. So for the past 6 years, Jerry, the oldest brother, had custody of his siblings. And the mom has always been around, but she's just never been able to have custody because she's a bit of an addict. And she so means well, and I love her as well to pieces. And I see her, I truly see her and her heart, as well as one of the dads that she has been with for the longest amount of time that I know of. I feel like as long as Allie, and she's 10, so, but maybe I don't know all of the info. Anyways, they're really good people to their core, in their heart. I can see it. But addiction sucks. So bad. And on last Saturday, actually like a few weeks ago, Jerry and Jordan went to this house 2.5 hours away because they thought it was a better opportunity for them than staying in the motel that they've been. Oh my god, now I have to go back. So in November, their grandma passed away in 2020. So he's had custody of them, and they had been living in her house since. But in 2025, November, they got kicked out. And October 27th, I went over there and said, I'll only be here for a few hours helping y'all pack. And it was rough. I stayed. And then my boyfriend came at like 4 a.m. to help us finish, maybe 3 a.m., I don't remember. To help us finish, and I ended up leaving at like 6 or 7. And so when the sun came up, maybe 8, I don't even know. And since then, they put all their stuff in storage, and they got like a motel for like 2 weeks for free from welfare or some shit. And then they just had to stay longer and 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 had to stay longer. And it wasn't until early this month, late last month, that they were like, bro, we can't pay this anymore. And it's just getting too much, and we need to find something different for our life. So they had an opportunity from a friend that said, hey, come down over to where my mom stays, and I have a place for y'all. So Jerry and Jordan went, and then the girls and the parents were supposed to follow. Well, the parents don't have custody of the girls, so they really shouldn't be alone with them. Jerry has to be there because he has custody. And to make a long fucking story short, I shoved a whole bag of jelly beans up my ass. Yeah, Saturday morning I got a call and saying, will you come pick up these girls and take custody of them at Winco in Roseville? And I was thinking, oh, like the parents were stealing again because they've been stealing because they don't have no fucking money. And I mean, they have a little bit of money, but you know, shit is rough out here and everything is so fucking expensive. It's actually insane. So I went to go pick them up, but then on the way I wasn't able to pick them up because now it's a matter of CPS, and I had to go to the jail and like wait for them, and I missed out on my bridal shower, but then I ended up going with them at the very end just to say hi and take a picture and then leave. And I've been with them for the past week. Today marks a week. Their parents got locked up and have like 5 or 6 charges on their fucking shit, and half of them are kind of bullshit. Honestly, it'd always be like that. But basically, they were doing drugs in the car with their kids in the back. And bro, addiction is a bitch. Like, I know that. Oh, I know all of it. I know all the different sides of things. I know how much good they're doing and trying to do and they're just trying to survive, and they're just trying to blah blah blah. And then I know the other side is like, what the fuck? Like, you're fully fucking grown humans. Like, why are you doing that to your kids? Like, how is that even real? Like, no fucking brain cells? Like, what's going on? But also, like, bruv, they've never, I mean, you know, some would argue that, but those kids have never truly been in real danger, like questioning, like, you know, fighting for their life or anything like that. Their life has taken a toll on their life, and I'm helping them out for now. Like, I'm with them. I've been watching them for a week, but I live in my parents' house and I'm not even on the lease, and my parents have Section 8. And, like, I'm literally incriminating myself and my family and everything. But really, it's not that fucking serious. And, like, who's really gonna fucking see this video, bro? So we've been sleeping 3 people to a room, 2 to a bed, and then Allie sleeps on the couch because she loves that little couch. And it's honestly adorable. She's not even as long as the couch, so I don't know if that sounds bad because she's sleeping on a couch, but she loves that couch. And she could also sleep in the bed with us, but she chooses not to. She loves that couch. And Lexi and me are sleeping in the bed, and it's been like that for a week, and I don't know, like, I'm not complaining. I just made hella videos to my sister. I'm not complaining. I just don't know what to do next, and I don't know if, because they can go back with their brother and they'll be fine. They'll be fine. Like, nothing really bad has ever happened to them. They've always been around chaos. There's always been just crazy fucking bullshit happening. They've always been dealing with druggy people, like friends of friends of family of friends, and all this, like, all of their influences in their life are not sober. Whether it's fucking weed, alcohol, or drugs, they're not sober. And as you know, if you're watching my videos, I think I decided to stop smoking weed, hitting my pen. I'm very responsible about it, okay? But I just didn't want to be dependent on it anymore. And I truly feel like I was. Even if it was so low-key. Like, so low-key. Only when I'm alone, only when I'm in my room, only when I'm doing art or cleaning my room or fucking whatever, doing laundry. But then it's like, also like, bitch, why do you have to hit the pen just to do laundry? But it was just like a good way to pass time, and I was alone. I was just lonely and codependent, dare I say. If I'm with my boyfriend, with my friends, if I'm with anybody, like, I'm not trying to get high. Unless it's like, hey, you trying to get high? Which happened very rarely, because I haven't had a friend like that. I mean, my old best friend, she moved out to Alaska in probably like a year ago, right around this time, a year ago. I think a year ago, yeah, in like the end of June. It's the beginning of June. It's June 13th. So anyways, and then since she left, obviously I didn't have her around, and then she came back to visit, and then I realized I'm not gonna be friends with this girl anymore. Like, that's sad as fuck. Like, we're just not, it's not gonna work. So I haven't had a friend that's like, hey, like, you trying to get high, for a year. And even before that, I mean, we weren't really kicking it like that. But my boyfriend has been working trucking for a year and a half. Over a year and a half, but not 2 years. And that entire time, I've been smoking. Just hitting my pen just a little bit in my room, and it's just chill. And it's really not that big of a deal, and it's not that fucking detrimental, and it's like hella chill. But it just became way too much of a habit. So I stopped this month, June. I'm finally sober, like truthfully sober. And I'm not saying I'm never gonna do it again. It's just, it cannot become a habit again. I cannot be like leaving work thinking, what am I gonna do today? Hit the pen. Hit the pen and do my stuff in my room. Do content or like edit content. But then even like I didn't want to make content because every time I recorded I felt like I wasn't really me, or like there was like just like a kind of like a hazy cloud in front of me in the camera. Like there wasn't a real connection. I couldn't truly be me and then look back on it and not think that I looked stoned. Anyway, so I'm sober, babe. I'm sober. And I'm the first person in their life that has been sober. I want to mention, like, Jordan, when he was 6 or 7, he was never gonna do anything of the sort. And now if the girls are old enough, like 10 and 12, okay, they're like, we'll never do anything of that sort either. But like Jordan started vaping, and then he started smoking, and then he was like drinking, and he did I think he even did some pills before. No. Jerry would never let that happen, I guess. Jerry would never let that happen, but he also said he would never let him cuss. He also said he would never let him smoke. He also said he would never let him drink. And now I even think that he's an alcoholic. And he's 19, and I feel like he's been doing it for at least 5 years. So what the fuck does that do to your fucking head? What does that do to you? Because it's fucked up. It's so fucked up. He can't even exist without being high. And Jerry cannot exist without drinking. And their mom and dad cannot exist without doing drugs. Hard drugs. Don't want to talk about it anymore. So what the fuck? What are the girls destined for? I'm supposed to. I'm here in this situation with them for a reason. I'm supposed to just keep them. But then also I'm like, bruv, like, that's their family, and they love them to fucking pieces. They love their mom so much. But that's sad that it's like their mom's really not even supposed to be around like that. She doesn't even have custody of them, and they only feel like okay when she's there. She's always there. They don't feel like cared for truly with just their brother, because he don't do shit anyways. Oh my god, this is like so incriminating, bro. If they come and find this video, I don't know. Who's they? I don't even know. Maybe it doesn't matter. Maybe once this video sees anybody, or anybody sees this video, I'll already have the girls, and I'll already be in a fucking piece of land. I'll be in the piece of land. No, not dead or anything, not like buried. I mean, like, right now we're working on getting a place, like actually getting a place, getting out of the 3-story apartment that we're in, bro, on the 3rd fucking floor with the fucking slab of concrete outside our door. That's our only fucking yard. Like, an actual house on a piece of grass on like at least 5 acres. And we're about to make it happen. Like, it's about to happen. That also takes a lot of time. Finding the right place, getting the right loan, it all going through. But, you know, my dad's a veteran, so thank fucking God for that, bruv. So he can get a loan with that, or we can get a different loan, or we can put a deposit down, or whatever. Like, it's gonna happen. I just don't know when. And I'm like, I don't know if I should just let the girls go be with their family for a bit longer until that happens. And then when that happens and everything's situated, just be like, swoop, and take them back. Because I know that I can provide them a better life. But right now, I mean, I know anything is better than that. Sober is better than not. But it's just like, it just feels like a little bit too much because I don't have shit situated. So if I send them back, then I can situate things and then bring them back. But also, is that kind of fucked up? I can't tell. Like, I can't tell. I can't tell what's the right decision. I can't tell. And I mean, they're 10 and 12. Like, they basically take care of themselves. They be like, oh, I'm brushing my teeth. I'm like, oh, period. Go ahead then. They be like, I don't know. The Allie, she's getting a lot from her mom all the time. Like, her mom would never say no to anything and always get everything for her, and she would whine and kick and scream and cry until she got what she wanted, and she's 10. But with me, she doesn't act like that, but still she'll be like, can you get this for me? Like, can you go get this for me? I'm scared. Like, they act really shy. I don't want to say they act. I guess they are shy, but also they're not like that. And, like, with me, bro, they're hella goofy. They're hella goofy and, like, real and just silly and mean. They be talking mad shit about people. But honestly, me too. But, like, not that bad. Kids are mean, you know. But not mean. Like, they would never say it to anybody's face. I don't know what that means. But also, sometimes that's the only thing that connects a family. Like, getting together and just talking smack about people. Because that shit is funny, and people are ridiculous. People are ridiculous. Anyways, so, what time is it? 8:47. I work in, like, 40 minutes. I feel like I could talk forever. That's why I said, like, Natalia and I were sitting in a car on top of a hill looking out at the skyline. And we were like, what the fuck can we do to make money? Like, how is this real? Like, we've tried so many different things. Like, what's something that we can do and never get tired of? Talking. I could talk forever. I could never not talk. I could talk and talk and talk and talk and talk. I'm the yappiest yappy of them all. I could literally talk forever. So put me on the radio. Put me on the radio, cause I've never been a plan B. Yeah, the only time I'm not talking is when a fucking song is on. So put me on the radio. I just got my windows down, like, in my car. In front of my work. Like the ghetto ass I am right now. I've been like, cause I was like, I'm gonna stop smoking weed and I'm gonna work out every day. In the past week, I haven't. I really haven't. But everything else in me has been working out. I've been completely exhausted. I've been, I don't know, like mentally drained. Like that takes a lot out of you. So let's just pretend like that's all working out. And say that I've been like really healthy since the start of this month. Can you imagine though if I didn't choose on June 1st to be done with weed, even though I was done like 3 days before that? Today's like 15 days sober. We're going to Hawaii at the end of the month, so when we go, I'm saying I have to drop the fucking girls off, because I obviously can't take them to fucking Hawaii with me. I do not. We don't even have the funds for that, bro. I don't even think we have the funds to fucking go out there, but Marvin's best friend is getting married, and I will not accept anything less than a week in Hawaii. And it's so crazy that this was planned for months, and like, who knew that I would need it more than anything in the fucking world right now. Sorry, I'm about to have another full week with them, and then 2 more days, and then I'm going to Hawaii. And Maddie was saying yesterday, she was like, well, because I'm like, she's like, you need to figure out like what to do, like if you're gonna foster them, if you like how hard it is to become a foster parent. Like I looked it up. Do you want to know? Oh, this, like you needed, and I'm like, I don't know, like this just seems like unreal to me. I don't have the resources to do it. And then my other friend Megan is like, why don't you just get a place with Marvin? I'm like, I'm not gonna, like, that will literally put me in such a deficit for actual life. Like, I'll never be able to not pay rent if I just go get an apartment with Marvin and house 2 girls and be their parent for the next 8 years. Like, what? Why would I do that, bro? Like, if I'm taking the girls, it's because I have the means to do it. If I don't even have an apartment right now alone, why would I do that to myself? It doesn't make sense. Sorry, Megan. I love you to pieces, but what the fuck? Like, I'm not trying to live like that. I know that, I don't know. And I also don't want to break a family apart. Like, I'm not interested in that. That's the whole reason they're not going into foster care. That's the whole reason they're not going with the guy that already has the other 2 kids that are younger than them. Like, because it's fucked up and it's an unhappy life, like being away from the people that you love the most. Even if it's a fucked up ass relationship, it's still the people that you love most. And I know that, like, you want a better life for them and you want to make sure it's like whatever's best for the kids, but it's like, you can't take them away from the people they love the most, their true family, and expect them to live a happy and fulfilled life. Your family is like everything, bro. And honestly, they're my family. Like, I'm not trying to be away from the fucking boys or their parents either. I want to get a place, like I've been saying for fucking ever, a place where all of the people that I love can be with us. And I love them all, so. Imagine, like, we get a fucking house, and with a fucking land, like 10 acres, and I could have all the people that I love most there, and we can all work together, and we could all just be a community, and we could all be happy. And not so estranged, See what I'm saying? I feel like I could talk forever. Wasn't I about to say bye earlier? Wasn't I about to say bye earlier? Look at this, though. I, Jerry Lynn Pincinel III, authorize the officer to release my children to me, Colette, who is a family friend. I release the Roseville Police Department from any further responsibility for the welfare and safety of my children. Children being released, Alexiana and Aliana. I, Colette Anton, then I come in and I write this. Well, I sign my name. I, Colette Anton, accept the custody and responsibility for the safety of and welfare of the above-named children. I will retain custody of the children until their parents or legal guardian or a court order relieves me of my responsibility. Signed. Like, right now, technically, I kind of still have custody of them. They're literally my fucking kids. Like, and it's hard being a mom. Like, my fucking feet hurt, my back hurts. And they're fucking 10 and 12. Like, they're literally mini adults. And I'm like, fuck. Bro, this kid came into my work yesterday. Well, he comes in all the time. Like, I would say almost every day. His name's Morgan. And he always gets a cold brew. And I think he's on the spectrum of some sort. Aren't we all? But he was like, I found your YouTube. I found your YouTube from your comment. And I was like, oh no, uh-oh. He's like, your last name is Anton. And I was like, yeah. He's like, so the last video I saw was that you went to a bridal shower. Are you getting married? I was like, no. It was like a friend's bridal shower. My boyfriend's best friend, he's getting married. He's the best man. And he kind of clocked out of the conversation. After that, I started talking more about whatever. And not being, like, I don't have any alone time. Like, you need people in your life, bruv, to, like, take care of your kids also, because it'll drive you crazy. No offense, like, so much love to them, and they're literally the most perfect little angels in the world, right? And they also have hella issues, but don't we all? They're the perfect most little angels. They're most perfect little angels in the whole entire fucking world, and I love them to pieces, and I want to squeeze them and give them the life that they deserve, and more and more and more, as a dragonfly passes me. But what's my fucking point? I'm just crying again. What was I saying? What was I fucking saying? That's hella crazy. Oh, like, even if they're the most perfect, beautiful little angels in the entire fucking world, they still need to be around other people. You can't be around the same people over and 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 over again. You need to meet so many people, you need to make so many friends, and you need to have a community. It takes a village. It takes a village. It takes a village to raise a kid, and that's just that. I can't be here alone. My boyfriend helps me, but I only see him 2 days a fucking week, and he was here, and he's awesome, and he's like, whatever they need, whatever you want, whatever, anything, everything, more and more and more and more, we'll do whatever we need. But then I'm like, it's not completely necessary to take custody of these kids, like, for real custody, like, to foster them. It's not completely 100% necessary. But also, am I in denial? Am I being delusional? Is it really? How do I know? It's the right thing to do? Maybe it's not my fucking choice. They're not my kids, so I can't just say whatever I want to do. But I'm like, bro, if Jerry were to ever lose custody, boom, they're my kids. But he still has custody, so why am I tripping? But also, I want them to have a good life. But also. Yeah, so I think I'm gonna go into work. I'm gonna make myself a drink. No, I think I'm gonna edit a video. No, I don't know. I just wanted to get out of the house sooner than later so that I can at least sit down and sit with this and get it out of my fucking mouth. I asked the girls if they want to take a YouTube video with me. If they want to take a video with me. I didn't say YouTube. What the fuck? They wanted to take a video with me just to talk about everything that's happened. And they were like, why? And I was like, just cause. Like, just to talk about it and whatever. And they're like, okay. But I haven't brought it up since. Because so much shit has been happening. Every day we've had a full schedule. And I don't know. I think I'm gonna die in this house. I think I'm gonna die in this house. Okay. I should head out. I should shut the fuck up and head out. If you watch this, holy shit, I love you to pieces. If you didn't watch this, I love you to pieces. I'm just a girl. I'm just trying to do my best. I think I'm gonna die in this house.